Welcome to your daily focus, May the 22nd, 2020. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. We have the new moon. We have the new moon in Gemini. The Gemini party is happening, people. Okay, we got the sun and moon in there. We have Venus and Mars. They're sitting on top. Or no, Venus and Mercury are together in Gemini as well. So there's a lot of strong energy in that Gemini. So it's really about our communication, our inner child, of getting curious about things, of exploration, learning. So, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. We have the 22 energy. The 22 energy, a master number. That's the master builder. The 22 represents quick success. You know, if you give yourself and all the energy seems to be about building the foundation, building the strategy. It's all about determination, focusing on a goal, a dream, a desire, what you want in your life, and giving it the commitment, giving it the energy. So dreams can come true under a 22 energy. Absolutely. And then if you do the numerology of the day, it's a 31. We rarely get a 31 energy, but we do for today, which boils down to a 4 energy, which we'll get back to. But the 31, you know, we have a great patience, a great determination, a sense of pride in our accomplishments and what we are trying to accomplish in our life. So we hold our head a little higher. Now, we see success more often with the 31 energy when we are organized. So the next 2 weeks, start today under this 31 energy, and just make a list for yourself of some things to accomplish, get done, that serves your goals, serves your needs, serves you. Okay. And if you're not a list maker, that's fine. Put some easy things on there, right? Wake up. Okay. You automatically get to check that one off. Make the bed, take a shower, brush my teeth, have breakfast, make that phone call, journal, meditate, play in the garden. But we do tend to have a great determination with the 31 energy, and then we have the 22 energy, which is also giving us that determination. Let's get to the cards. We also have a lot of, like, the Gemini parties happening. We have the new moon experience happening for us. And I think this new moon, if anything, gives us that chance to start rebuilding in our life. You know, we have a lot of the 4 energy. That's our foundation. That's our base. And making it strong and making it sustainable, long-term sustainable. So we can really look at some big, long-distance goals for ourselves right now. And know that the solar eclipse, is it the solar eclipse coming? Lunar eclipse? It would be the lunar eclipse, probably beginning of June. So we'll be setting our sights on new things, new desires, new journeys, new opportunities, new things to learn, experience. So our eclipse season is almost upon us. So this is the last new moon prior to the eclipse for things that we want to really step out in. So yes, we should be looking a lot further than those little tiny goals that sometimes we are more than upsetting for ourselves. This is about the bigger picture. This is about the long game, okay? So yes, it's important to understand what you want to do today, next week, next month, next year. But what about 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road? What does that look like for you? And start imagining it, because we have a real strong sense within the sky, and because I think Saturn is right there talking away to the sun and the moon for this. So we can be very disciplined in our approaches to our goals, our strategies. We can really tap into sage wisdom and have something that's really practical and doable. And so then it's just our commitment, right? Then it's just our focus on it. So let's see what the cards have to say. So obviously the sun and the moon are in Gemini today. And I think it's like when we're eating breakfast, it moves into Gemini because it's at 2 degrees. So look at this, the High Priestess. The 2 energy pops out here. The High Priestess is here to tell us to sit in quiet contemplation and look inside and see the magic that lays within, dormant within you, ready to explode. So embrace your magic, your potential, your true potential, who you can really be, what you can truly step into. Know your magic, your talents, your abilities, the unique you. When the High Priestess is around, magic happens, and it's in the first position, so expect magic. Believe in the magic that can happen in your life. Now, I think that with the energy of everything else, the magic will be attached to what you are getting determined about, what you are setting a commitment for. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Well, we haven't seen the 10 of Pentacles in a very, very long time, have we? So, yay. The 10 of Pentacles is the yes card. It is what you desire, what you want can be yours. Now, we may have to partner. Look at that. There's the High Priestess walking away. So definitely we have to allow the magic in and allow the magic out, right? To know that you can transform into any path that you want to step into. We're transforming every day, so make it a choice. The 10 of Pentacles takes a lot of focus. I like the way the artist did this card because there's 10 Pentacles, but you really have to concentrate to see all 10. So I'll hold it up there and hopefully, So our focus has to be, it has to be balanced too. It can't just be hyper-focused into one area of our life and we're not looking at anything else. There's a true balance that has to work in there, and we have to look at all of parts of our life in order to find the true and happy balance. So yeah, that kind of balance takes time. It takes years, it takes decades to really formulate and really have long-term and sustainable in all areas of life. It's not an overnight deal. Look at this, the Empress. Wow, what strong energy do we have for this new moon? The Empress is all about planting the seeds. Fertility. Get out in nature, absolutely. Feel the sun on your face. Feel the warmth. Breathe in the fresh air. Definitely attached to nature. If you can meditate by a stream or an ocean or a river or something like that, I think that would just be amazing over the next several weeks. So try and fit that into your schedule. She's about fertility. She's about new beginnings. She is the mother of creation. She is the Empress. She is one of our highest diplomats in the deck. She is also one of our highest intuitives in the deck. And true intuition comes from tapping into your sage wisdom and knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt who you are and where you're going. So this is about new growth possibilities, starting a new family, starting a new relationship, starting a new job, starting something new within the community, starting something new within your routine, bringing in new habits and behaviors. Where are you planting the seeds? And it's a mothering energy too. So you just don't plant the seed and then walk away and come back in 6 months and say, so how are we doing? You're checking it every couple of days. You're watering it. You're making sure there's no weeds growing around it. I mean, you're taking care of that seed. You want to see the maturity. You want that little acorn to be the mighty oak one day. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles really says that you have to have that belief. That belief that you are protected. That there are angels, guides, working hard on your behalf to make your dreams come true. This card also talks about great wealth being something that nobody can take away from you unless you give them permission. So maybe you've given your power away and it's time to reclaim it for your own. Maybe you've been working towards somebody else's agenda rather than the focus on you, your goals, your dreams, your desires. And nobody can take it away from you. We're not armed here. We're not in armor. We don't have a weapon. We have a belief. We have a belief that if we keep looking forward and we keep going forward and we stay on task, that we will end up exactly where we should end up. Which is greatness, which is happiness, which is balance, which is giggles and laughter, joys, celebrations. And the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands says stop, take a deep breath. Congratulate yourself that you have gotten to here. You've learned many things. You've taken on many challenges. There's been sorrow. There's been laughter. And give pause to just how incredible you are. Just what you've made it through so far. I mean, all those times that you went, I'm not going to survive this. I'm not going to make it through. You did. You're here. So love yourself for that. See the beauty of who you are, the unique you. And look forward. This is a time to say, please, I need help on my path. I need answers of what I should do next, where I should go. I need to meet people that have the knowledge, the experience, the talent to join forces with, the same loves as me, the same desires as me. That I meet like-minded people that help me on my path, move me forward in a straight line. Doing it right the first time. And ask for that protection and ask for that magic to come in. This is a beautiful time to ask for magic in your life. Absolutely. We started out with the High Priestess. It's a beautiful time to start out with magic. So let's go to our Mystical Wisdom cards. So new moon affirmations, I do have a video. It's posted in the box, wherever the box is. It's about 10 minutes of different affirmations that you can say. So, get a pen and a piece of paper and write out a few. If you want to do it by the video, then thank you for that. But I would like you to take ownership of just having something simple that you can say throughout the day to yourself to just raise your awareness of just how beautiful you are and what you want to step into going forward. Absolutely. Originality. Blaze your own trail. Couldn't said it better than that, huh? Originality. The unique you. I've said that probably 4 times already in the video. It's really celebrating your magic, your potential, your true potential. If you just were honest with yourself, just give yourself a few minutes and be honest with yourself. If you gave something your focus, your attention, maybe time wasn't an issue, or money wasn't an issue, or energy wasn't an issue, and you could accomplish it. What does that look like? What could you create? What could you invent? Who could you become? Who could you help? What could you build? You're very original. You're very unique. You're one of a kind. There's nobody like you that can do it like you. Trust me when I say that. Blaze your own trail. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Don't worry if they, when you start, like really, things start coming together for you, they'll want to be a part of your life. Trust me, okay? So they can boo-hoo all they want at what you say. It doesn't matter. What matters is you. Remember, nobody can take that away from you unless you allow them to. So just don't allow it. Oh, I love the mantra. We're going to have to get a bigger piece of paper than that little post-it I always tell you to. Blaze your own trail. You are a go-getter and a free spirit. You exhibit originality, courage, and defiance. Ooh, defiance. You were born to succeed and breathe excitement, love, and life into the lives of others. Despite some chaotic ways, and maybe a little bit of a gregarious, I stuttered, nature, you are loving and generous as well. The mantra is, love me without fear, trust me without wondering, love me without restriction, love me without demands, for I am worth it. Love me without fear. Trust me without wondering. Love me without restriction. Love me without demands. For I am worth it. Know your value. Know your worth. You are enough. You are deserving. You are worthy. So have a talk with yourself about what truly is your pure potential. What could you do if you really could focus on it? And maybe this turns into the new long-term plan for yourself. Well, we'll go to the animals, and of course we'll have to do a Journey of Love card because those cards just wow me on the moons. We'll see first what our animals have to tell us. And we have, oh, look at this, freedom with the horse. Freedom with the horse. It is. It's about, it's like we're getting that breath of fresh air. We are like, okay, let's get grounded again. Let's get back to work. Let's strategize. Let's think about where we want to go. Have those talks with yourself. And I think that we'll be very much practical in what we are trying to step into and what we're trying to create. This is a beautiful time to set some long-term plans that under the 22 energy, we will see the success. Absolutely. If we get of it energy, but here's where we go with freedom with the horse. Before I get off on a little tangent. Not that I'd ever do that, right? Freedom with the horse. Freedom, transformation, free spirit, move, and courage. The secret of happiness is freedom, and the secret of freedom is courage. So maybe, what is our pure potential if we were courageous enough to go after our dream, our desire, our want, our goals? Horse has a powerful message to share with you in regards to your time of transformation and newfound freedoms. Sometimes it's easier for you to sit in your fuzzy PJs hoping life will change, and yet you continue to allow yourself to be shackled away from your true spirit and your soul. Horse tells you it's time to dream big. It may be time to make changes within your current relationships, whether romantic or platonic. It could be that you feel stifled by your current career choice. Freedom doesn't mean that you have to give up your entire life or even the things that you love, but instead allow yourself to disconnect from the anchors tied around you. It takes courage, and the end result is always a positive one. Spend some time in nature. Take in the feeling of the wind in your hair. Breathe in nature's goodness and just be. Just a few moments of solitude each day can allow your soul to reboot and clear itself from life's toxicities, freeing it in order to see the proper path. Horse could also mean that it's time for you to change house locations to the country. Maybe go for a drive through the country. Roll down the windows, smell the air. I remember when my dad, my dad was, you know, he was my dad, but he'd go driving through the country roads, and of course he'd come up on a farm. You don't really notice it where I live anymore, which worries me more than makes me feel happy. But if you went by certain farms, oh, you smelt it, and he'd roll down the window and go, smell that, guys? That's nature. Isn't that the most beautiful smell? And of course, we'd all be gagging in the back seat, telling him to roll up the window, and oh, he'd laugh. But he was, it was, go out there and experience the fragrance. I mean, we have all these flowers where I live right now, popping out in bloom. Get your nose in there and take a whiff. And thank the flower. Thank the flower for showing up. They feel vibration. They truly do. They know when you're saying thank you. Okay, our Journey of Love card. Woman of Light, number 49. That's our 13 energy. 13 energies talk about a great struggle, okay? A struggle that you have to go through in order to really step into a new experience, a new adventure, one that is aligned with you. Okay, so the 13 can be very challenging, but the 13 is very challenging to get you onto the right track, to get you in front of the path that has been designed for you. Although it rarely feels like it at the time. Okay, 49. We'll read the poem first. I ask God for a deepening of my love, without realizing that the deeper I was willing to go, the more it involved letting go of any part of myself that wanted to love and be safe, in surrender to the possible, lay the greatest potential for love at levels before unknown. Like a cistern that holds the nectar of life and gives its precious liquid, only to be filled again with nature's flow. Such knowingness is a gift. For if you can embrace the blessing, you can live without question, relaxing and replenishing with each breath, with each kiss, always whole. Oh, a beautiful card. Okay. Pure is my joy, my celebration. I know the divine to be eternal. There is no limit. There is no limit to my peace, my pleasure. As I rise with each kiss, I guess that was my kiss. As I rise and rise again, capable am I of receiving the light, of accepting the next level of illumination. I am sacred flesh coming to light. I am the walking temple. I am the living goddess, she who shines with truth. I come to you now. I am the one with you now. I am awakened one and the awakener. This oracle brings you guidance that you are to be witness to the presence of an awakened being, either within your own self as part of your spiritual destiny or in the form of a beloved other. An awakened one is in your midst, or soon will be. Receive the blessings that comes from such a being, for to behold one is a gracious spiritual gift that will lift you to the next step of your path. If you're having trouble discerning the truth presence of an awakened teacher in your midst, or even in your own being, remember that nothing is asked from you by such awakened ones, but loving devotion, so they may serve of all living beings. It requires much karmic grace to be granted immediate access to an awakened being, even more to become such a living light. Take delight. So know that you are a beautiful living light, okay? That is really the takeaway of really this new moon is about understanding your true potential, understanding just what you can be, who you can become, what you can create, what you can invent, what you can step into. If you give it the attention, if you give it the focus, if you get determined about it. There's this sense of pride we feel about what we truly want to do as an individual, not so much with a group. And really embracing our talents and our abilities and bringing them out of shadow and allowing the light to shine from within. And it kept talking about this awakened presence that was going to be around you. And I kept thinking in my head, if you're looking for an awakened presence, talk to a child. My children have taught me so much more than I could ever fathom learning in any other way. Raising two boys with autism and a girl. Oh my goodness. Boy, did I get some lessons in life. I learned how to have patience. I learned how to look at things from a different viewpoint. I learned to have that unconditional love, given and received. So don't always think that you're going to meet a mystic or a great shaman or somebody like that when that's in the reading. It could be an animal that comes into your life that, just when you're sitting with the animal, you're allowing yourself maybe to go in some kind of trance just by petting them or listening to them purr if it's a cat, and coming to some realizations, bringing in some clarity and some understanding through that attachment with that animal. So don't always think that it's going to be this wow moment of, oh, I can't even believe you're talking to me, I watch you all the time kind of stuff. It could be somebody that you already know. It could be an animal that you already have in your life. It could be a person that all of a sudden the communication, remember Gemini is all about communication. The communication is just freer and honest and trusting. So look at that kind of energy in your life and where you want to set your goals and your dreams. And remember, it's really about long term right now. We're looking long term to the goals, the dreams, the desires that we really want to set for ourselves. That lunar eclipse is going to come in and say, okay, what needs to go in order for me to really step into that? Then we'll have the solar eclipse right after that, and we'll have, until December, a lot of time to work towards those goals, those dreams, those steps that we want to take and master, that foundation we want to build. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.